Here's one of our turning point features, and you talk about D. Wade trying to bounce back from a bad Game 3, and I guess hitting 11 straight field goals at one stretch does that, Jet.
Well, he got some layups. LeBron James did a great job of finding them for some layups, and when you get some layups, then all of a sudden the rim gets wider, it gets bigger, and everything gets easier, and it seems like nobody's on the court with you. But if you don't get those 1, 3, 5, 4, 9, and 7, 8, 2, 6, and 11, and 10 don't go down. And LeBron James did a great job of making him find the rim early.
There you go. Hey, how about the highlights of this game? And early on, Juwan Howard having a few words with Lance Stevenson about the choke sign that he gave LeBron James during Game 3. There's LeBron, there's D. Wade. And here goes Indiana with a 9-0 start. Danny Granger gets it back.
One thing you won't see is Lance Stevenson.
And if you look over there on the bench, Aaron Collison, effective off the Indiana bench.
He played great, Ernie.
Yes, sir.
He is the Energizer Bunny.
37-34.
Then all of a sudden the rim is easy. The pressure of scoring is off. So now you get to the rim, you can start making things happen. You get a little upset because you get grabbed.
And then it's not Roy Hibbert you have words with, it is Danny Granger who steps in, and he and D. Wade going jaw to jaw. 98-91 at that point, 101-93 is the final score. Miami wins it over Indiana at the Fieldhouse to tie the series up at 2 games apiece. Here's the note on LeBron, courtesy underdog. Second player to have those kind of numbers, at least 40 points, 18 rebounds, and 9 assists in a playoff game. Elgin Baylor had the exact same line on March 14th, 1961 against Detroit. Miami wins it.
Detroit.
And the,
remember that game? You did that game.
The series is tied at 2 games apiece. It was a black and white studio back then, as a matter of
40,
fact.
18, and 9. That's incredible.
Here is more on Game 4 from Cheryl Miller. Chuck, was it you who said whoever wins that game wins the series?
I thought whoever win that game would win the series.
And that was huge for Miami today.
No question, because I thought that if Indiana was going to win the series, they had to win it in 6. But I thought the team that won that game today would win this series.
The third quarter of Game 4 just huge, that 30-16 advantage for Miami as they take the lead and they hold the lead and they tie the series at 2 games apiece. So you go back to Miami now on Tuesday. How much does this take out of Indiana to lose that game today?
Not if they're the team that has been playing in this series, that would take something out of you. You know, they expected a tough series, and they've gotten it. You can't expect to, beat the Miami Heat, the defending Eastern Conference champions, 4-1. You know you're going to have to win a couple of games, possibly on their home floor, but definitely you had to win one. And so I don't think it took anything out of their sail. I think that they are a team that still says, here's a guy who had 40, 18, and 9. Another guy had 30 and 9 and 6. And we still were in the game with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. So they're still in the game. Their game plan is working. These guys are just phenomenal players. So these phenomenal players played phenomenal today. You shake their hand, you take a shower, and you show up on the next Game 5.
Does Udonis Haslem have to have more games like that?
I think he does because
without Chris Bosh in there, and can he do that? His high in this postseason had been 7. He has 14 today.
Chris Bosh during the regular season was averaging 18 and 8. During the playoffs, he was averaging 15 and 7. So either one guy or 2 guys need to give you 15 to 20 points. Today it was UD. He had a great game, and he has the ability to do that. He's been off shooting a little bit, but Kenny talked about this the other day. When you don't have rhythm, your shot's going to be off. Today, had a little bit of rhythm. He got bowled in the face. He saw some blood. He's a tough guy. He's from Carroll City down there in Miami. Hey, he got into a rhythm today. He shot the ball well. And he was Chris Bosh-like today a little bit.
I agree with that. He was Chris Bosh-like.
The series tied 2 games apiece. Game 5 right here on TNT Tuesday.